No!
Yes, he did.
You need to stop, girl.
No, I'm not.
Stop!
And he just can't get over the fact that, like, you host Password.
I love
and also
she
do
hosts
comedy.
You know, she hosts Password.
Before we get into the movie, I'm sure you've been hearing this all day, but a huge congratulations to you on your news. And I feel like it's a full circle moment having both of you here, considering a few years ago you announced your pregnancy on SNL.
I know.
Do you have any tips now that
Also, way to hide it, by the way. Like, I've been trying to hide this for months. And then
Yeah, how did they find out?
They found out, and then they were cool for a bit, and then it got to a point where too many people knew, and then we had to.
And then you had to be like, this is the thing.
Yeah, because I'm sure you felt the same way, where you're just like, I don't want anyone to know ever.
Yeah, and it's not because you're not happy. You just kind of want to, like, have your thing. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it's my girl's. It's like, it's her experience. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's her. So you're producing this thing and this alien inside of you, and then
it really does get.
And
alien.
then someone's like, hey, give us the scoop, and you're like, hey, like. Hey.
Like, I'm trying to learn the damn scoop myself.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's really cool. It's really cool to see because when Leo, my son Leotis, he would be on set, and Pete, I mean, he really liked Pete, and that's my son don't like nobody, and so the vibe was really great. It was awesome seeing him and Eddie interact with Leo. I mean, he's gonna be a great dad.
Yeah.
I'm just so happy for you.
It's very sweet.
There's
Seriously.
no doubt about that.
very much.
Director Tim Story has said one of the best parts about working on this film was watching you and Pete off camera and how much fun you guys had when the cameras weren't rolling.
We have so much in common. Pete and I. We both started out as stand-up comics and Saturday Night Live, and we just hit it off. And we were constantly like doing lines from other movies back and forth between stuff. I know when I meet another comedian that's funny, and when I'm working with one, I always have fun with them. I had a ball with Pete.
You know, you said that you saw Pete on SNL and he felt like the perfect fit for the role, but what surprised you the most about working with him?
How good an actor he is. You know, because he can act. You know, and not all comedians can act. You know, and when we put him in the movie, it wasn't like, oh, he's a great actor. It was like, we could be funny together. I knew he was funny. Then when he got on the set, it was like, wow, he can act too. It was like a little added bonus.
Added bonus, yeah. Speaking of Eddie, you know, he's such a comedy legend. What actually surprised you the most about working with him on set?
I mean, it could surprise you, but I already knew this about him, like that he's very chill. I think a lot of people assume with entertainers that we're always joking, you know, especially if you're comedic, they thinking you're always doing a joke. He's not doing a joke unless it's time to joke.
He has like a rapper's like chill. Like where you're like, should I say? And he's very nice. It's not like it's
Very
closed
nice.
off, but he's just very like calm and collected.
Yep.
And also his, we talked about it before, his movie knowledge is crazy. He could recite any movie the entire way through, and we had fun doing that. Yeah, there's just so many things that you're like in awe of when he's out there. And you're very aware that Eddie Murphy's on set.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You are. Nobody.
Like,
everybody changed. Everybody's immediately on point.
You're like, he's good.
Shoulders up.
No, seriously.
Such a star.
We're not wasting his time.
Keke, what was the best part about watching her in this role as a villain? Because she hasn't really played anything like this before.
Hey, you know, I was just watching her thinking how great she was, and I didn't know a bunch about Keke. And I knew her from her series, A Pimp, where she was like a pimp, a female pimp. So I didn't know. And then when we got on the set, you know, I was like, oh wow. Then I started finding out all this other stuff, and it was like, wow. And I saw her hosting the game show, and it was like
Password.
Yeah, it was like, yo, that's like a whole different person. It was like that person that's doing that. There's nothing like the person that I'm on the set with. And then when she's acting, she's nothing like that. It was like, wow, she's interesting, and she does so much stuff. And now she sings and does all this stuff. I was like, wow. She kind of reminds me of the way I used to do everything when I was younger.
Do you want to hear what Eddie said about surprised him the most about you guys?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Keke, he said that you're a chameleon and you remind him a lot of him.
No.
Yes, he did.
You need to stop, girl.
No, I'm not.
Stop.
And he just can't get over the fact that, like, you host Password. He kept bringing up Password, and then and also do comedy.
She hosts Password. I love that she do that.
That touches me.
So many times.
Oh my
and I'd seen it in all the press already. I was like, he's really obsessed with Password.
He loves Password, he loves game shows, and he loves YouTube.
Oh my gosh, he does.
Yeah, he's like, you got YouTube? He goes, I watch YouTube all the time.
And with you, it was your acting. He said you were good at stand-up, and he's like, he is such a good actor, and he was surprised with your actual acting skills, which is wild.
Wow.
I did hear a lot that there was a lot of fun off camera and on set. Do you guys have a favorite kind of off camera moment with the cast?
Off camera, I mean, a lot of off camera moments.
There was times where we were laughing so much in the cab that like one of us would be like, "Are we supposed to be shooting?" And Tim would be like, "Yeah, come on now." Like
Tim, I can't.
That's my impression of Tim's story.
It's so insane. Don't sound like him.
I'm very. It was just great to work with everybody.
I haven't heard him talk in like a couple months, so I could be wrong. But
guys, when y'all hear Tim, you're gonna be like, "That isn't about that shit." Like that is not. It's crazy.
It's not it at all. Oh, okay. Well, in my head, that's how he sounds.
What would you say in being someone who's had such a storied career and tried on different hats, what for you has been the secret sauce?
Humor, funny. For me, if it's funny, it just works. No matter what the movie that I'm in and what I'm doing, the character that I'm playing, the role that I'm playing, if there's some humor in it and I connect with that humor that's in it, it almost always works.
I think the part of this film for me that like had my heart was the fact that Russell was ready for career change off the top. He's trying to do a pivot. It's his last day. He's trying to wrap it up and then gets wrapped into a whole other mess. So I wanted to ask, you've worn so many different hats throughout entertainment, but if you were to do a full pivot, what could your second act look like? What is something that's totally outside of the scope of entertainment that you could be like, I could do this?
Pivot and just don't do anything. And that's what I was getting ready. I was right on the verge of like, maybe about 10 years ago, it was like, hey, because I sat on the couch for like 5 years, and then it was like, hey, I might not ever get off this couch. And the last couple of movies I did weren't that good. Let me get off this couch and be funny. So I got off and I hosted Saturday Night Live. I went back to SNL for the first time in years. And then other movies came together and I wound up back in it again. But I was planning on pivoting and stopping. It was like, so that's what I could see. I couldn't see myself stopping and doing something else. I could see myself just stopping and then just, be in the backyard playing guitar.
Taking a pause.
Just easily just sit in the back, could strum my way out.
Yeah. So no bread and breakfast happening here.
No.